How would you like to see 5?
Fuck, man. No Cavanaugh nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. So back now. I thought I'd let you know this Brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. No Cavanaugh nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. So back now. I thought I'd let you know this Brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. Yeah, you nigga know I'm about to bring the heat, right? Shit, I usually leave the street light. Hey, now I still keep the heat tight. Now nigga on gold like a green light. They say 144, nigga, you can get it. Ain't gotta tell me twice. Tryna stack a couple grand, get on some land, and then put us on the field in the field with the Warriors. And you know a nigga glorious, but we still keep it G though. Gotta keep it G. Keep them tools Home Depot. Might hit him with the Rico. Hey, hit the nigga with the Rico. Hey, said they fucked up the rap game. What you looking at me for? So I know they can't stand me. That's why I keep a Glock handy. Might sip a little brandy while I'm chilling with the family. Tell him a real nigga landed. Dressed in all black like a bandit. Bitch, I ain't come to play. Bitch, I came to do damage. No Cavanaugh nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. I'm back now. I thought I'd let you know this Brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. No Cavanaugh nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. I'm back now. I thought I'd let you know this Brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. Back now we ballin'. Ain't Babylon falling. You know the path a nigga walk. Know that I walk. Nigga raised up, now I'm all in. And all I ever wanted was the win in the big body Benz. Now I'm gone in the wind, tryna stack a couple in. Now let's get it in, yeah, let's get it in. About to make the shit tremble. 144, the real. Yeah. About to turn it up a level. Heat the bitch up like lava. And it probably bring a whole mob. And all that we feel is our father. And I'm headed for the top dollars. And ain't never gonna stop me. Never gonna stop. No Cavanaugh nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. I'm back now. I thought I'd let you know this Brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. No Cavanaugh nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. I'm back now. I thought I'd let you know this Brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know.
Ain't got no time to play. Ain't no other way. I got them soldiers on the way now. Ain't got no time to play. Ain't no other way. I got them soldiers on the way now. I got them soldiers on the way now.
We good to go? All right, Shalom, Yabba Sunship Thug, Yahweh Shemal Thaba Hashim Yahweh Shah to all the sisters. It's ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. You understand? Today is, you understand, Tuesday, Durham Brotherhood class, preaching officer 500-yard mark. You understand? Gonna hold it down. And we're gonna go into these scriptures, man, just to show y'all who your brothers and who your alliance should be. You understand? Of course, there's a big turmoil going on in the earth with Putin and Russia and Ukraine going at it with each other, man. And with that turmoil that's happening, you're seeing a lot of Christians believing that that Russia is the big bad wolf and that Russia is attacking innocent countries and killing innocent people, and that the people of Ukraine is the good guys and they're the victims in this story. However, you understand that is such a remedial way of thinking about anything. You understand? It's such a remedial way of thinking that when you see on the media one person or people being attacked or a person who is doing the attacking is either good or bad, where you should know from years and years of propaganda that America has pushed during the Vietnam War, during slavery and the civil rights movement, that everything that you see in the media and these media outlets is not always the truth. You understand? There is an agenda that they will push. And as Blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, we should steer away from following after those agendas that America is pushing. And we should be watching Commander General Yohana's Black Watch radio show to get the truth as to what's happening in this earth, man. You understand? We should be having allegiance with our brothers, man, with our sisters, man, not feeling bad for Ukraine, not praying for Russia to have a change of heart. You understand? Not thinking that we even have the resources to even give love to a country that is thousands and thousands of miles away from us, man. You understand? To even think that we have the resources to give any type of love to those people in Ukraine is just an asinine idea, man. Right. To believe. What love can we give Ukraine? Right. What prayers can we give to Russia? You understand? What good is our prayers when our prayers don't even you can't even pray for your uncle to stop being a drug addict? Right. What do you think your prayer is going to do for some Ukrainian over there in Europe? Right. What is it really going to do? You understand? It's going to do nothing, like how your prayers have done nothing for your uncle. That's right. Just like your prayers do nothing for your children, do nothing for your brothers and your sisters who get killed in the street right here in America every single day. You understand? Our prayers do nothing. And so it is a waste of time. It is a waste of time to pray for Ukraine. It's a waste of time to pray for Russia. It's a waste of time to pray for any country that has nothing to do with the nation of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. Right. Otherwise known as a nation of Israel, man. You understand? It's dumb. And Black people have to wake up out of this stupidity, man, and out of this hardship that we put on ourselves to try and love every goddamn thing and every goddamn body who hates us, man. Right. You understand? And so that's why these classes are very important. And these ain't just the words of an angry man. These ain't just the words of a pro-Africanness or pro-Black man. These are the words of God, man. That's right. These are the words that come out of this book that's been sitting in your grandmama's house for years and years, man. You understand? Collecting dust. These is God's words who ordained us to come and tell Black people to not give a damn about Russia, man. That's right. To not give a damn about Ukraine and sit back and let them kill each other. Right. Let them go to war. You understand? Because when you were in the street fighting for justice for George Floyd, Ukraine had they kicked their lawn chairs up. Ukraine sat back and they what do I don't know what Ukrainians do. Do they drink tea? You understand? They drink vodka, probably vodka. Ukraine was over there getting busy with that vodka while George Floyd was dying, you understand, in the streets of America. While Trayvon Martin was being beat and killed by George Zimmerman, you understand, Ukraine had their feet kicked up and they were living their best life in Ukraine, not giving a damn about the suffering that Black people was going through here in America. You understand? And you worried about Ukraine. Ukraine has an army. You understand? Ukraine has a military. They have a fight in that battle. The real victim is Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. That's right. That's who your prayers should be for. That's where your resources should go. You understand? That's the real victim in this battle. A people who was defenseless, man. A people who does not have a voice against a threat that threatens to murder their people every single day in the street. That's who's the victim here. Ukraine is just being invaded. That is fair game. That's right. It's fair game. And how you gonna tell me it isn't? It was fair game when America did it.
That's right.
It was fair game when America bombed the piss out of China or Japan, wasn't it? It was fair game then. But now all of a sudden invading is against the rules.
Good night.
I guess bombs is against the rules now. You understand? It's been fair game, man. So let them play their game while we sit back and we sip on whatever you sipping on, tequila, scotch, champagne wine for my brother Maya Shaw and
Right.
Bell. That's what you like, man. Go ahead and lie out your Allah to Ukraine and Russia getting ready to kill each other, man. And that's that. However, as we sip on whatever we sipping on and watch and gaze at these foreigners go and kill each other, we must also do things that we have to do on our part, man, which is to learn to love one another, man. You understand? That's why I'm gonna go to the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. You understand? You sure I can go ahead and all right, no sweat. No sweat. You understand? We're gonna go to the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Make sure you get an Akim Aqua the time to get to it. You understand? When you watching these classes, man, you should start writing down these scriptures that's being brought out, man. Write them down, because you hearing these classes and you listening to the scriptures being broken down, and of course to you it sounds correct. You understand? You hearing from the priests and prophets, and of course if it's being said by a brother in the school, then it is correct. But what you want to do is do your due diligence to make sure that you truly understand it, that you truly got the breakdown. And the only way to do that, man, is to start writing these scriptures down. And after the class is over, you may go back and look at it. You may read it, and you may see a part of there that you ain't really quite understanding. And then you could call the man above you in your city, your zone, and then you could get the breakdown again in detail so that you can really start to understand these scriptures, man, and what it's talking about. You understand? You got that?
That's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, and verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
This is an order from the Lord for blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians to gather together, man. Issachar gonna have to learn to love Judah.
That's right.
Judah gonna have to learn to love Benjamin. You understand? Ephraim gonna have to learn to love Levi, man. It has to happen.
That's right.
You understand? Because we are brothers, and the sooner that we realize that we are living the exact same life, is the sooner that we can start to chip away of all the nonsense that America has pushed on us, man. We think we hate each other because the gringos go against the amigos, or we think we hate each other because the Bloods is against the Crips, or this is against that, or they done this in the past. Man, that hatred that we have for one another was deeply rooted by our oppressor, man. You understand? With things like colorism. You understand? Things like that, by separating us, making us to think that we are different, making the Mexicans believe that their history only dates back to the ancient Mayans and Aztecs, making us believe that our history only dates back to slave ships, man. Making the Native American Indians believe that their history only starts from their being conquered by our oppressor, man. When our history goes farther than that, man. And there was a time where we looked at each other as brothers, man. We looked at each other as brothers. And if you believe in Christ and if you love Christ, then you would finish the job that Christ came and started, man, which was to bring back blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man, into one fold, because we are the undesirable on this earth. You understand? Keep going, Baba Bashar.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. Verse 2. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff.
Before the decree bring forth, man. Before the day of the Lord is upon us, this is the order that has to happen. And it's very wise for you to make this happen, man. It's very wise. You understand? Black people know you don't trust white people, man. Let's stop being silly. Let's stop being silly and cut the nonsense for 1 second. For a moment, can we cut the nonsense and stop acting as if we just love white people? Stop acting as if we really just trust and will just give our babies to white people and let them watch them and just invite them over and trust how they cook and invite them to the cookout. There's always been a discord amongst this man who has been ruling over us.
That's right.
It's always been there. And you understand? But it's only because of Christianity that you fight that feeling that says I should separate from him. Only through Christianity do they push the idea that you have to fight not allowing them to the cookout. And you have to find little cool white people who got tattoos,
Good night,
likes rap, and then say, see, John can come to the cookout. When you saying that is proof that prior to you seeing John, there is a thing inside of you that says white people are not welcome. They are not allowed to the cookout. But Christianity promotes you allowing them to come to the cookout, and so it becomes something that's extraordinary to black people when you see the white man at the cookout.
That's right.
Or you see the white man who is at the party with all the black. I remember, and I'm a sidetracker for a second, but I remember being at Central, right, NCCU, and it's a HBCU here in North Carolina. And I remember going. I never really go to basketball games, but I went to one of their games. Or now, as a matter of fact, it wasn't a game. It was like the midnight basketball that most schools do just to bring the support for the season that's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And they introduced everybody. And mind you, it was like only one white dude on the team. Everybody else was black. And this is something that was very sickening to me even back then when I seen it. Brothers was in the layup lines, and they was just going down and just showing off their athleticism. I mean, between the legs, you understand, the 360 dunk, jumping from damn near the free throw line, going crazy. You understand? And everybody's like, oh, yeah, no, you seen that? And then in a second, the little white boy comes up and he does some weak, throw it off the backboard, catch it and dunk it. And it was weak. And the whole crowd goes crazy, man. They went crazy, like how you go crazy for the autistic kid on your basketball team when he gets in the game and actually scores.
Right.
They went crazy. And I'm just sitting there like, I could do that in Tim's. What the hell did he do? What the hell did he do other than be white? You understand? That is the Christian spirit, man.
That's right.
To push for black people to love them for nothing. For nothing. What reason do we have to love white people for? What have they done? Threw it off the backboard a little bit and dunked it. He didn't even elevate. He skimmed it. He barely made it. Then, of course, they get the dancing. Black people get the dancing. They just, but let the white boy jump in the Soul Train line and the whole building shuts down.
Right. That's right.
You understand? The whole building shuts down. You understand? Which shows you how much you hate your people, man.
That's right.
You hate your people. The love that you think that you have for black people is not love, man. That is just a subjugation, man. You're subject to clap for the people around you because there's nobody else to clap for.
Right.
But let Tom Hanks walk into Central and while everybody's dancing and let him just tap his finger or tap his toe on the floor while the beat is on, and then you see who black people really love.
Right.
Then you see who they truly desire, man. You understand? They'll give Tom Hanks all the love because he starts just doing some nonsense, man.
Damn right.
When we shouldn't be doing that. We shouldn't hate each other that much, man. We should be fair. We should look at black people and say, hey, man, these are the most talented people on the face of the planet Earth. That's who I'm going to spend my money with. That's who I'm going to marry. That's right. That's who I'm going to build this nation with, man. Not with some old stinking oppressor.
That's
man.
right.
You understand? Good.
So, like, if I may, what you saying, bro, is so heavy because I literally seen the exact same thing today, and even I didn't even think about it till you just said it. I thought about it, but I'm like, I didn't think about how heavy it was because I forgot what I was watching. I don't remember what it was. It might have been a YouTube video or something, and like, you know what I'm saying, some cats walking through a city. I think he was walking around Nashville or something, and there was some brothers who were like some street entertainers. You know what I'm saying? They dancing, doing all these moves, and crowds hyping everything. And these brothers trying to make money. This is what they do. They got a little bucket, whatever. Then here comes some drunk devil who's not a dancer really, he's just having a good time on a Friday night. He go up, start doing some little shimmy that look whatever. Immediately, camera pans to him, and everybody goes, oh, they start going crazy for this devil. Crazy for this devil. And it's like if a brother did them same moves, that wouldn't be your reaction. Salaki.
And that's heavy, man, because it shows you just how much we really hate each other, man.
That's right.
You understand? That's exactly what it is. You wonder why brothers leave high school and go to college and get that white woman. It's not because the white women are so much better. It's because in high school they desire the white woman. They just won't there.
Right.
They won't in the ghetto. And white woman ain't in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, at that high school where the grades are terrible. She's not there. She's in Beverly Hills at the private school in Hope Valley and New Age Charter Academy and those type of schools, them private schools. That's where they at. They go to college, you understand, in which college is then now another level of success. And so now you get more integration because they think that these niggas ain't the same niggas that, you know, stab and kill people in high school in them terrible public schools. You understand? So now them brothers are exposed to something that they really love, something that they really like, which is some devil, man. And that's why they go and do it. It's not because them stinking devils is better than you. Not at all. Now they don't cook better than you. They don't look better than you. They don't do that thing better than you at all on any type, man, on any way. But it's what our people have been taught to love. It's what our people have been taught to cherish. You understand? You from a young boy, you being taught that a diamond is valuable. Right. Well, when you get older, what are you gonna think is valuable in life? Diamonds. You understand? But if you was taught that rocks with color in it that you find outside was the most valuable thing on earth, then guess what? You would collect if you seen a rock outside with color in it, you would go crazy. Right. Because you have been programmed and taught that this is worth $1,000. This rock right here. You understand? So don't get it twisted, man. It's not because it's not because a diamond is magic, or it's not because a oppressor woman is magic, or she can cook better, or she can do anything any different than a black woman. It's simply because what we have been taught is that black is disgusting and white is the best. That's right. White is clean and pure and void of any filth, and black is just dirty and disgusting and poor and doesn't have a house and is baby mama and baby father and gangster, and that's just all we are. You understand? No, you 12.
It's so heavy. You know, it's like to go right along with that. It's like we think. One thing I learned before I came in, as I was coming into the truth, right? You know, in the world, you think you got so much love. I love this person. I love this person. Love, 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 love. You come in the truth, and you find out you never loved nobody in your life. You don't know how to love nobody. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, really, we hate it. Like we hate our mothers, man. Right. We hate our fathers. We hate our siblings. We hate our kids. Mm-hmm. And so when we see another black person, we associate. That's why these part going what you said. These brothers go to the Hope Valley, whatever the hell school, and go deal with some devil. Specifically because she don't look like my loudmouth mother. Right. Because she don't look and sound like my loudmouth, you know what I'm saying, black sisters. I don't want that. Right. I want the opposite of that. Salaki. Right.
And you understand all of that is programming. And this off topic. Don't let me get off topic too much, man. We're gonna finish there for now. You understand? Give me 5 minutes, man. You understand? I was having a conversation with a sister, and of course we talking about the scriptures and all of that, of course. And we get to the part of you understand, multiple wives. And what she said was, she was like, oh man, that is just so what's he call it? That is just so what do you call it? What's the word she used? If I can't, not negative, it was like patriarchy or something like that, or anti-feminist. It was some nonsense, right? Misogynist. I think that was the word. It was something along those words. It may not be it, but she used the word and she starts throwing out. See, that's what it is about patriarchy and all of this. Is that the word I'm looking for? Patriarchy. Okay, man. You're right. Yeah. And we started talking about it. And of course, I break down the whole feminist movement to her and how it was, you understand, created by some woman who wasn't even born in America. And I almost said the B word, but the woman was born in Norway. You understand? I forget her name, but she brought out the concept of the feminist movement simply because she had a deeply rooted hatred for men because of her family, because she didn't love her father and she didn't like her brothers and uncles. And so she created the feminist movement because she felt like she was being poor. What that sister didn't understand, and I'm only bringing out this story so you can understand the idea that the way that we are now is not because of any particular reason other than this is how they programmed us to be. Right. You understand? And so I'm breaking down the whole feminist movement and how destructive it was for black women simply because they were being used, they were being weaponized for white women against white men. And the problem with that is that them being the weapon didn't necessarily help them at all. It didn't help black women. You know why? Why it didn't help black women? I'm about to take a guess. Why didn't the feminist movement help black women as it helped white women? Even though black women were mobilized and weaponized in the fight for the feminist movement, equal rights and the right and vote and the right to vote and so on and so forth. Why isn't it that it didn't help black women like it helped white women? What is the reason? Why could you say that? Anybody online want to take a shot? Gone. White women mobilized and weaponized black women to fight against white men and to fight for equal rights for women during the feminist movement. But why is it that even though they fought alongside white women would have gained more than black women? Meaning black women's not trying to give it to you, but black women didn't get what white women got. Why? And they never could. It's not possible.
Shalaki, for the same reason why black men fought alongside white men in World War I and II and Vietnam and the Korean War and didn't get the same benefits, because the country and then all of its tenets were never designed for black people in the first place. So a black woman fighting alongside Susan B. Anthony or whoever the hell is irrelevant, because, you know what I'm saying, the everything they're fighting for has nothing to do with black women. It doesn't relate to them. So what, they can't gain anything because the fight isn't for that purpose.
Right.
It's for white women.
Right. That's right. But something very just more simpler.
Okay.
Right. Something very more simpler that a black woman can't change. It doesn't matter how much she fights for the feminist movement. There's something she can't change about herself.
She can't change that she's black.
She's black still.
Right.
You gonna have the right to vote? That's gonna fix you. Oh, black women can vote now. Most high in Christ. Right. Yeah. And then you're getting hung from tree to tree.
That's right.
Because of the color of your skin. Yeah, you can vote. Yeah. You got job. You're gonna get paid $13 an hour now, just like the men. Yeah. That white man still rape you.
That's right.
Still call you a nigga wench and a gal instead of a miss or a missus. Still disrespect you on the streets. You still got to put your head down when a white man or woman walks past you. But yeah, you fought for that white woman so that she can get equal pay. You fought for that white woman so that she can have the voting privileges and rights that she has today. You understand? You fought so that white women can choose who oppresses you. That's what you fought for. Let that dawn on you for a second. You fought so that white women can go to some voting line and choose who oppresses you and your brothers. Right. That's what you fought for. Congratulations. Congratulations. Stupid. White women didn't mobilize and fight for the feminist movement and the right to vote so that they can vote a black woman in office, so that they can vote a black man to lead them in this country. They voted so that they can have some kind of say-so on what man who hates white women, who is white, who is elite in this country is going to rule over them and oppress you. That's what you fought for. Congratulations. You understand? And that is the problem. You believe that because white women have to fight against their oppression from their men, that somehow that is misogynistic. That somehow that is what's the word that I'm looking for? Well, the men patriarchy. Using all of these definitions like you're so smart. Like you're so intelligent. If I could, Baba, because I could get the definition of patriarchy real quick. I had to do this with his sister so she can understand how much she didn't understand, how much she didn't know. You understand? And there's no sweat even to that sister, because we were not taught little things. You understand? Which is why the ISUPK is very much important, man.
That's right.
You say that what we teach in the ISUPK is patriarchy. You understand? Well, let's see. Read what you got.
Khan, this is the definition of patriarchy.
Mm-hmm.
A system of society
Mm-hmm.
or government
Mm-hmm.
in which the father
Mm-hmm.
or eldest male
Mm-hmm.
is head of the family
Mm-hmm.
and descent is traced through the male line.
No sweat. Meaning what? That a society that is ruled or governed or controlled by men. Now, patriarchy has a what? It has a negative connotation to it. It's become a negative word when a woman says, see, that's patriarchy right there. That's misogynistic, man. You hate women. But why is it that you believe that patriarchy is such a bad thing? Can anybody tell me why a woman would believe that patriarchy is just the most terrible thing on the face of the planet Earth? And you just can't stand a man saying that a man can have more than one wife, because that's just patriarchy. And that's just men ruling over women and just making them to be slaves. And women is at the bottom of a man's shoe and they ain't nothing. Why would you say that?
I may,
Mm-hmm.
a definition of patriarchy
Mm-hmm.
from a feminist perspective as opposed to the actual just word
let's get
itself.
it. Let's see what they say it is.
Khan, so this is what the feminists say when they say patriarchy. They don't just mean, oh, a father is the head of a house.
Right, right.
They're talking about a societal thing. This is the definition. It says patriarchal describes a general structure in which men have power over women. Society is the entirety of relations of a community. A patriarchal society consists of a male-dominated power structure throughout organized society and individual relationships. Last part, power is related to privilege. In a system in which men have more power than women, men have some level of privilege to which women are not entitled.
Right. Meaning men can do whatever they want and women can't. And it's just so terrible. But why is it that women believe that? Why is it that a black woman would say, oh, man, see, that's what I'm talking about. That stuff in the Bible is just so it's so patriarchy, man. You understand? It's just so misogynistic, and a woman can't do nothing. We ain't nothing. We don't got no importance in nothing. We just sex slaves. You understand? Why would a woman say that? Anybody want to take a shot online? Think about the definition. Think about words in general and the definition of words, but then the feelings that words can have. The fact that a word that means something in particular can have a negative or a positive connotation towards it. What gives it that? What gives it a word? What makes patriarchy such a negative word? Even though it's just a word, it's just a definition. It means one thing. I don't see how it could be negative or positive. All right. What gives it that, though? If nobody wants to take a shot, I'll give it to you.
What's the question?
What gives patriarchy the negative connotation? Why would a woman say that the patriarchy in the Bible and men ruling is just so terrible? It's just the worst thing.
If I may, it's really because, how do I say it? First of all, it shows that the Bible is actually right.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Bible tells you that a woman wants power.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Eve wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Eve wanted power. And so a woman is complaining about the patriarchy because she wants power.
Mm-hmm.
And she sees that she lives in a world where she can't access it the way a man can. So she's basically jealous of a man's ability to harness certain power in her mind.
That's true, right? That's true. Think about it more without giving it to you. I'm gonna give it to you, right? A woman hates the word patriarchy today because the example of patriarchy she gets is from a nation who hates women.
That's right.
That's why they hate women. And so when you look at a nation of men being in rulership, what example do you have? You have an example of men who literally quotes and says that a woman is only good for reproduction. That's her sole purpose. Not the pleasure of sex. I mean, flatten a woman like a pancake is to them is not pleasurable. They have no, it's not natural, it's not a usage for you. They don't love them thick hips and them breasts and them soft lips.
Right.
They don't love that sweet voice.
Right.
They don't love that.
Right.
No, the man who you get the definition of the example of patriarchy from is a man who he loves men.
Right.
He loves that. Oh, I can't even say that, man.
Good night.
But you know what I'm saying. That's what he loves. And so when that white woman says we have to fight for women's rights, they're not fighting for the same thing you're fighting for. They're fighting to be loved. They're fighting so that they can have sex with their man and their man actually like it. That's what they're fighting for. They're marching in the street and signing petitions so that their man can stop going to the gay bar and actually look at them as something desirable.
Right.
While your man loves you. Your man was fighting so that you didn't have to go out to some stupid feminist march and end up getting killed or harmed at some feminist march. Your man was at home saying, baby, come on, baby. Just stay home, man. Just keep that sweet thing up in the house. And why don't you go make some biscuits and we can have a good time. We can pop open that bottle of scotch I've been saving. While you stupid being led by some white woman who is mad because her box is dry because her man neglects it.
Right.
Thinking you fighting for the same thing. Patriarchy is a society governed and ruled by men, but it does not mean that a woman is a piece of garbage.
That's right.
It does not mean that a woman just automatically gets paid less. It does not mean that a woman, you understand, has to be put to the bottom of the totem pole and underneath the sole of a boot of a man. It doesn't mean that a woman does not have rights, man. The law is the law. If a brother come up to me and borrow money from me, I cannot charge him interest. What do you think? I could charge a woman interest because she's a sister? Oh, a sister come up to me and borrow $100. Hey, but you know, sis, you know you got titties, so that means I got to charge you $150 to give me for this $100. Are you stupid? That is not how the nation of Israel conducts itself. That's not how God would have patriarchy run in this place. You understand? But that is the reason, and we've been bred to think that way. Just like we've been bred to think that our oppressor is the best thing on the face of the planet Earth, and that black people are disgusting and terrible, man. And that's why Christ had to die. That's why Christ had to die, so that you can understand and realize that the greatest man who ever walked the face of the earth comes from the people that you think is disgusting, man. And you should love them. You should stop thinking that Mexicans are nothing. You should stop thinking that the Native American Indians is just some kind of distant whatever. You should stop thinking that the Negroes and the niggas in the streets of America is nothing but super predators like that white woman said that we were. You should stop being so stupid. Stop fighting their fight. You understand? You got a man at home that loves you. He enjoys them nights with you. You understand? You best believe that. He enjoys that. And you should be happy with that, man. And not coinciding with the same fight as some women who wish that their man would come home and have sex with them and enjoy it, man. They don't have sex with them because they are homosexual. Wait, is that the word I can't say? What's the word I can't say? I still don't understand that. I thought gay was always the negative word. No sweat. It's easier. Their men don't have sex with them because they're gay.
Right.
They are gay and they don't like to have sex with women, and that's why they're fighting for the feminist movement. Not because of whatever you think you're fighting for. You understand? Your men love you. No sweat. Moving on. That was about 5 minutes. Let's go back to the book of Zephaniah 2 and verse 1.
Come. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Gather yourselves together.
Uh-huh.
Yea, gather together.
Uh-huh.
O nation not desired.
Mm-hmm. blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian men and women. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 2. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
Y'all worried about Ukraine. World War III is upon us, man. And that is the anger of the Most High. That is the Lord. Anybody telling you that the Lord is going to save everyone's heart from fighting in these wars is an antichrist. They anti-Bible.
That's right.
They go against God if they say that God is against the war. God is for Ukraine and Russia.
That's right.
He's for it. He's making it happen. You wondering why you watching the news and the closest advisories and administrators and people that Putin is the closest to is saying they don't even understand some of the decisions that Putin is making. Some of the outlandish things that Putin is saying and deals he's making and moves he's making, they don't even understand it because it doesn't make sense. It's almost like they talk in the back room. They like, all right, Putin, we gonna do this and we gonna do that. And Putin is in there like, yep. And he go out there to address the people. He says, to hell with Ukraine, we gonna blow them niggas to piss. He go back there like he talking to his wife at night like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't control myself. It's something. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. It's the Lord that's doing it, man.
That's right.
It's the Lord that's moving his hand. The Lord said that he hardened the heart of Pharaoh, man. And the Lord is hardening the heart of Putin right now. And Russia gonna go and is gonna continue the war against Ukraine. And Ukraine better make something better than them damn Molotovs. I tell you that. You better get something better. You better get an EMP grenade or something. You better figure it out. You better get them geniuses out there and figure something out. Them Molotovs ain't gonna work on no damn tank. You understand? They gonna, the hell, got hot in here for a second, man. Y'all better figure it out. And black people better stop trying to figure it out for them. Right. You understand? You got your own issues to figure out. Baba Kasar, we could keep going.
Come on. Salakia, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
And in that day, you're going to need each other.
That's right.
And that day, you're going to wish that you can go to the next door neighbor, to them Mexicans that's always outside cooking on a grill and drinking Coronas and Modelos. You're going to wish you went up to them and talk to them every day and say, hey, mi amigo, hola, what's going on? You understand that you're Isupk, right? Yeah, you should come to class. You're going to wish in that day that you put in the work to try to gain your brother. You understand? What is one of the biggest oppositions and most apocalyptic movies in which people have to live post-apocalypse? Zombies and shit and
Walking
crap
Dead?
Like that. Yeah, what is one of the biggest oppositions or antagonists in The Walking Dead? Is it the zombies?
I've never seen it, but
what can you imagine?
Other people.
Other people. Yeah. You better befriend your brothers, man. So you don't have to look over your shoulder from Russians invading America and the Mexican next door. And the Native American across the street and the brother down the street. You should gain your brother. So in that day, you understand, you can mobilize against the real threat, which is a problem that blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians have had since we've been pushed, or since Christianity has been pushed on us. We have not been able to identify the threat that is killing us. We're too busy looking at each other. There's Crips versus Bloods and M16s and M813s and versus the Gangster Disciples and GDs and Damus and all of this. Meanwhile, our people are dying by the hands of our oppressor, and there is no punishment for them. There's no judgment for the deaths of our brothers who get shot in the back.
That's right.
There's no punishment or judgment for our brothers who get shot. You understand? And wasn't resisting arrest. There's no judgment or punishment for a white officer walking into your apartment and shooting one of your sisters. There's no punishment for her. Nah, of course she gets her hair just caressed in court. You know what's sad, man? And there's another off topic. It's sad, man. There's a book. It's called Memorial Drive, written by Natasha Trethewey. It's a terrible read, and No, it's a good book, but it's heartbreaking to read because it's about a woman, a black woman in the 80s in 1985, who was married to a white man, and she was going through domestic abuse terribly. It was bad. I mean, it was so bad to the point that this lady, this is a true story, that this lady wrote the memoirs about what was happening that her husband was doing. And one time she had called the police, and the police came to the door to stop the situation. And of course, the man was, reassured them that he loves his wife and that, he had never hurt her and this, that, and the third, and the police left.
Wow.
And this is the funny part. Now, I got a white professor in which I'm a white woman professor in which I'm reading. There's two parts to this story, right? The first part is this, that was just crazy, is that after the story ends, and of course we realize that the man goes to jail for like a year, comes out. The mother is still asking for help because he's making threats saying he's gonna kill her, the kids, and everybody and himself. And so they have the end of the story is that there's a cop who was assigned to sit outside of the mother's name was Gwen, right? There's a real woman outside of Gwen's house, but the cop eventually kind of just left post against his orders and just, I don't know what he did, went to McDonald's or something, but he left. And the Joel, which is the husband's name, walked into the house, and it ends right there. And then on the next paragraph, it goes and says her autopsy said that there was a bullet hole in her neck and inside of her head. You understand? That's how Trethewey decided to end the book. And that was a heavy way to end the book because that shit is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Right. And so here's the most one of the important parts of that in this story. When I Googled the family and I Googled who, you understand what they look like, and I showed my professor, she said, I never really Googled it. She was appalled at the fact that the man was a white man.
Wow.
She was in just disbelief. She said, I thought that he was, of color. I thought that he was of color. And there's an old white woman saying this. And I'm like, you thought he was of color even after the police came from a domestic abuse call and didn't lock him up?
Right.
And didn't arrest him? What you thought he just had the gift of gab times 10, huh? You thought that this nigga back in the 80s, where black people were getting arrested for looking too black, that they was just came in there and just said, oh man, we believe you, nigga.
What's the book?
It's called Memorial Drive by Natasha Trethewey. You understand? You just thought that. And then here's the other part. You understand? It was the last part of what she said that was just so crazy, man. That, oh yeah, she said this. She said, see, this is why I wish America would put more emphasis and importance on mental health. I wish that people would be forced to have to go and get a mental evaluation so that we can know what's going on. She's like, I wish people had cards in their wallet that police officer with your identification could see and say on the car, okay, this brother is diagnosed with schizophrenia, this brother has PTSD, so on and so forth. And then she goes on to say, unbemoved to say it, she goes on to say, like, you remember Dylan Storm Ruth, right? And I say, yeah. She said, yeah, that man who went and shot those people in Charleston, South Carolina? I said, yeah. She said, yeah, see, that man is crazy. But the crazy thing is that they forgave him for what they did. And you understand how I was just like, wow. Now, this looks like the most white Christianist woman that you could ever find. I mean, for God's sake, she's a professor at a Christian school. And I had nothing else to say but, wow. So this old Christian white woman understands something that black people don't understand. And she looks at it as disgusting. She looked at it as, yeah, because the man who killed the woman, he just been released from prison in 2019. Natasha Trethewey published this book in 2020. You understand? So this is something that recently, is going on. And she was saying, I don't think I could ever forgive that man for killing my mother. And then she went on to say, yeah, like just like what they did in Charleston, South Carolina, I could never forgive them. This is what this white woman said. You understand? And it's just dawned on me that, like, man, our people are so broken down that we believe that we have to do something that naturally is against nature.
Right.
You have to go against your natural feeling of certain things because Christianity has taught you that white people are so good. You understand? To this day, people still hate O.J. Simpson. To this day, they hate him. Why? Why do you hate O.J.? I mean, what? Even if he did do it, I mean, doesn't God love everybody? Doesn't
right.
God give
Right.
grace and different chances? I mean, he did it for Dylan Storm Ruth.
Right.
Dylan Storm Ruth was granted grace and people love him, and he didn't just kill one person, but he did kill niggas.
That's right.
He did kill black people. So maybe the difference is that black people, that the lives of black people are not valued by anyone, even their self, even their own. It's not valuable. But that white woman, oh man, don't harm her. Don't touch her. That white woman lied about Trayvon Martin. I mean, about Emmett Till. Oh, that's bad, man. She's just a lot. She's a murderer. She's a filthy, disgusting murderer. And she should be hung from a tree. They should rip her grave out of the ground and burn it alive again for what Emmett Till had to go through. But of course, for her, it's just, oh man, she lied. She lied. That's so bad. But this is what we've been taught to believe. This is what we've been bred to believe. You understand? And it's disgusting. If we could, let's finish this out. Unless you had some.
No, Salaki. You still on Zephaniah?
Come.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Gather yourselves together.
Uh-huh.
Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Mm-hmm.
Before the verse 2, before the decree bring forth,
Mm-hmm.
before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you,
Mm-hmm.
before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
Mm-hmm.
You going?
Keep going.
Verse 3, seek ye the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
all ye meek of the earth.
Seek ye the Lord, man. All ye meek of the earth. You want to gather together with your people, getting together at some club down the street, that ain't enough. That's not enough. That's not going to save you from what the oppressor has been putting on us, man.
That's right.
It's not going to save you for what the Lord got in store for this place. You so worried about World War III and people invading. Well, you should get together. You understand, with your people. So you don't got to worry about it. You don't got to be scared in some corner trying to figure out how you're going to protect your family. Commander General Yohana is offering his ability to protect them. He's offering it. Commander General Yohana, the ISUPK since 1969, has been offering the services of saving lives
That's
since
right.
1969. And you constantly deny it. Worried about some invasion. Commander General Yohana ain't worried about it. Captain Zaryak, who you love on YouTube, he ain't at home worried about any evasion. Let him come. Let him evade. Let Putin push the button. What they say on Rush Hour?
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button. That's what we saying. You understand? And I don't know about you, but I find strength in certainty.
That's right.
I don't find strength in doubt. And doubt comes fear. And that's what's in the Christian church. And I don't want to be around that. I don't want to be around, well, I don't know what we're going to do, but all we can do is pray. I'd rather be around men that have evacuation plans in place, that have shamar in place. You understand? I'd rather be around men who know that we will make it through this, rather than being in a Christian church praying that somehow the bomb don't land on your city.
Right.
You understand? That's stupid. And it's not, and it's selfish, man. You got children in this place. You better sit down in these seats in the ISUPK on the Commander General Yohana.
That's right.
You love your children, man. You better stop being selfish, man. Thinking that you got a plan for your children. How you gonna protect your children when Russians invade? When Koreans invade? When there is no more police that you can call? When there is no more lines that work? How you gonna protect your children, man? Stop being selfish and do what the Lord said to do. Read it one more time from the top, just verse 1.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
Get into them classes, man.
That's right.
Do what the Lord said to do and not what your Christian pastor is telling you, man. No sweat. You can drop that, man. Let's give me Job chapter 9 and verse 24.
Come.
I'm gonna show you who you join yourself to, man. I'm gonna show you just who he is. Anybody got any questions, any comments, whether it's on topic or off, just type them in the chat. Hey, read what you get.
God, this is the book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24.
Uh-huh.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked, man. Who rules this earth? Our oppressor is ruling this earth, man. You think not? How you think the oppressor ain't ruling this earth? The oppressor is thousands of miles away from Russia, and he's still cutting them. Yeah, that's mine. Okay. Yeah. The oppressor is thousands of miles away from Russia, and he is still controlling their economy to this day. Can you imagine? America is across the ocean, and Russia get out of hand one time, and America says, all right, crush their economy. The white man is in control of this place, man.
Right.
You can't even collect rainwater in certain areas without going to jail. You can't hunt without a permit without going to jail, man. You can't marry a woman in America without going to the white man for permission. Our oppressor is in control of this place. Read it one more time.
This is the book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24.
Uh-huh.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Uh-huh.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof, man. He covered the faces of the angels, man.
Right.
He covered the face of Christ with a painting of Caesar Borgia. He did that, man. He covered the faces of Moses. And you see on they love making movies about Exodus, man. They love going in there and making movies about Egypt and how the Israelites was there. And now what are you saying? What's that movie? I think God's on Earth or something like that. That movie, every single God except one was white. How in the hell is these Africans white, man?
Good night.
How? How is it possible that all of Africa, they all dirty, stinking Africans and dark skin with bones in their nose,
Right.
but not Egypt.
Right.
Not what surrounds Africa? I mean Egypt, Salakia.
I think Saudi Arabia,
Libya. Saudi Arabia would be more of the Middle East, though, right?
But Libya is definitely like under it.
Libya, right there beside or underneath, is neighboring to Egypt. But you know, they of course are Libyans. They dirty, stinking Africans with bones in their nose and all of that. But as soon as you cross that border, it's Vanilla City. Goddamn, like
Libya, Chad, Sudan.
Chad, that's the one I was thinking. Sudan, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking Chad and Sudan is neighboring African. Yeah, them Chadinese and them Sudanese and Libyans, man, they dark skinned and dancing with no socks and shoes on in the dirt. Right. And they going crazy with them bugs and them flies. And they just Africans that nobody wants to go visit. Right. But Egypt is just it's Vanilla City. Right. It's just as soon as you cross over, damn, we in a different country. Right. We in a different continent, huh? Good. Damn. All right, hold on 1 second. Bear with me 1 second. Tell them it should be on the board. It's on the board. It's on the whiteboard. You understand? They go in there and all of a sudden they turn into straight white people, man. It's nonsense. It's nonsense, man. They covered the faces of the judges thereof, man. They changed the story to make them always be the God. Right. Every movie, Superman gotta be white. You understand? Even with Black Panther, they say they finally gave us a piece of the pie with Black Panther. At the end of the day, he had to murder his brother. You understand? His literal brother. Like black people can never just love their family. Right. It's always you gotta kill your brother somehow. You understand? After he fights with his literal people and his brothers and his closest friends and things like that, he of course goes and gives his power to who? To our oppressor. To the white man who is truly God. He is so much a God that he doesn't have to have titanium or whatever vibranium. He don't even have to have vibranium to make a nigga with vibranium come and hand it over. Can you imagine? All he has is some white dudes in a suit at a table, and they say, "Bring the vibranium." And Black Panther, with all the power he has, and the vibranium, says, "I've decided that we are going to give the vibranium to the whites so that they can make sure that this never happens again."
Right.
Dog. No sweat. But he changes the face of the judges thereof, man.
Right.
He makes himself to be a god. Is there any more on that? Yeah, let's keep going.
If Slakia, he covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
If not, where and who is the devil, man?
That's right.
If it's not the white man, then please, by all means, step up to the plate, man. You understand? If you're a Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, and you know the truth about who the devil is according to the Bible, man, you are welcome. Come into these classes. Look, we will get you a drink, some water. We get hopefully Captain I thought get the recipe to that showbread out, man, because that bread that his rib be making is outstanding, man. Good night. I done forgot my whole topic, man. I'm about to pour good women scriptures, man. I'm about to pour Proverbs 31 in here. That bread, give her a hand, man. Good night. I forgot what I was talking about, thinking about that damn bread. That bread is Tawab, Salakia. Come on, Cap. I need that recipe, man. If you watching, you understand? But back on topic, man. If I could figure it out what it was, I was serious. I forgot the topic. God, man. The white man is our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man.
Right.
If you Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, and you could contend that fact, then come and contend, man. Come and contend. Don't be scared. You go to church. You go to church every Sunday and your children get molested. You ain't scared to go in there, though. You ain't scared to go to church. Charleston, South Carolina church gets shot up. 9 people die. You still walking there, proud, bold as a lion, walking in there. I'd be scared. They worried about South Point getting shot up, and they scared of going to South Point now, making Black people leave South Point because for whatever reason, they correlate a Black shop in South Point with people shooting in South Point. It is, which is why they making Black niggas leave. They saying that the Black people they like, oh no, you're getting too close now. They basically are implying that because there's a Black shop that sells Black things, you're bringing niggas that are going to shoot up white people, and so we can't have that. Gotta get you about the mall. They gonna in a second they gonna reopen Northgate. They're gonna say we don't give a damn. Northgate, that been shut down. They gonna reopen that hoe. They will say we will pay for their light bill. Just get it back open, get them niggas back to Northgate. You understand? But the all oppressor is the devil, man. And if you are an oppressor, if you a heathen and you want to debate, no sweat. Hey, look, you can't do it in here, but we could damn sure stand outside and we could cut that. We could cut you up, and you could go ahead and that pavement you gonna feel it on your knees. Go get that boot kiss. Right. Turn this into boot kiss capital in a second, man. But don't be scared. But the point is this. The point is, if our oppressor is not the devil, then who is it? Is it Black people? Is the Black man the devil who was ruling over the face of the planet Earth? Or is it China? Maybe it's China. You understand? The nation's warehouse. Maybe it's China who's the devil who was murdering Black people in the streets and shutting down the economy of Russia. Well, if it's not them, then who is it? You understand? Read it one more time, Baba Kushab, if you could.
Sure. It's the book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
You understand? Who is it, man? Keep on.
Come. Verse 25. Now my days are swifter than a post. They flee away. They see no good. Verse 26.
Oh, you could drop there, right?
Come.
Drop that and give me Micah chapter 2 and verse 1. The oppressor is the devil, man. Our slave master is the devil. And of course, devil means what? What does the word devil mean? You understand? I'm going to ask that to the chat. If you're online, man, what does the word devil mean? Give them a second to take a shot at the answer. You able to look at both Facebook, my Facebook, all of it? Got you. Oh, son of Christ. Technology. I still ain't mastered that one yet. I'll be having a call Tabawan 24/7. Hey, brother, how you turn on the laptop again? What's the password? Tabawan be like, whatever you said it, it's your laptop. I'm like, oh, you right.
Right.
No sweat. Yeah.
It's the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity.
Woe unto them that devise iniquity. What does it mean to devise iniquity? Top one.
Shalak, you know what I'm saying? To devise something means to create something, or to conjure something, to think it and put it into action.
Mm-hmm.
And iniquity is evil or sin.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? Anyone devising iniquity is a person who, commits sinful acts.
Right. Or just like it's just a bad behavior, right? A gross behavior, something that is unfair, right? Which is what iniquity would be, something that is very much unfair, which is why I said in the beginning of the class, you worried about Ukraine and Russia. That's a fair battle.
Right.
Ukraine got a military.
Yeah.
You understand? They got friends.
Right.
They got NATO. They got people that's going to help them. You understand? Who helps niggas?
Right.
Where's the defense weapons for black people when they drop bombs in our cities in America? Where was the anti-aircrafts there? We ain't have it. We sitting ducks right here in America. At any point in time, America, like, this is how you got to think about this. If you black, Hispanic, or Native American Indian, listen, if you ain't heard nothing else, just listen to this, right? And really, really pay attention and grasp what I am saying. When you go out to a club or anywhere, and you with your homeboys, and you feel like, let's say you parked in a certain area, and it's getting a little rowdy. Yeah, it seems like you get the feeling like, hey, Tabawan, hey, I don't know, man. This we might need to move. Seems like they about to start shooting, and I ain't trying to get shot. So
we've been in this situation.
Right. You understand? It's like maybe we should go over there and sit down and talk about what we're talking about. Black people get that feeling all the time, right? And it's a feeling you don't like. Because it's not as if black people are scared of confrontation. We love to be the niggas arguing. We love to be the ones that's about to shoot everything. We love that. But we hate being vulnerable to something out of your control. You hate the idea of being killed by a stray bullet. It's like, damn.
Right.
Out of all the things I could have got myself into, I got shot in the head while I was sitting in the car reading a book. That is like that's for black people. That's like a no. That's why we always do. I seen a post earlier. It said things that black people take very serious, and one of them was making sure we facing the door in a restaurant. Why? Because we have to be the one who sees if the nigga with a gun comes in. Because we would hate to die by just not being on your toes,
right?
But not being prepared. Or what's the word I'm looking for? What do you do in the hood if you ain't prepared? What are you doing? If
lacking.
You're lacking. You don't want to get caught lacking if you're black. We understand that concept. So now, hear this.
I want to use your point, but just what you said is heavy.
Because
I thought about that not too long ago. I was some situation where somebody, it was a video that went out. Oh, remember that? I consider it a classic now, where that white man, he had old white neighbors, and it was like snowing, and the wife said something crazy, and then the husband was out there, and then that white man ran back in his house and got the chopper and came back and cut them neighbors down.
I seen that.
Yeah. Yep. And when I seen that, it made me uneasy. Not because I care about devil's getting shot up. Because I said to myself, that is the most horrible way to. I'm like, yo, I don't mind getting shot, but let me shoot something back.
Right.
Like let something fly on this side, and we blah, blah, blah. Oh, I got me.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Right.
But me just a sitting duck, no, that's too much.
Yeah, it's like, yo, you sitting in class and somebody walking right now, like, yeah, nigga, I got you. You gone. Like, that is a nigga's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, you understand? But now black people understand this. You are a sitting duck in America.
That's right.
At any given point in time, America can have a meeting and say, kill all of them. Kill all of the minority. Let's just kill them. Let's put poison in their neighborhoods. Let's rape their women. Let's just hang them from trees. Let's police them even harder. You understand? Shoot them in the back. He running away. Shoot him. Shoot him. I don't give a damn he running away. Shoot the nigga in the back over a traffic ticket. Shoot him. You are a sitting duck. You should not be at ease in America.
That's right.
You should not be at ease. That feeling that you have when the police lights come up on you in the middle of the night, that feeling that you have, like, oh man, I'm about to die. There's something bad about to happen. You should walk around with that feeling when white people are near. Because our oppressor is the devil, man.
That's right.
And he envisions iniquity, man. He thinks of ways to murder you. He thinks of ways to murder you, man. And he has the power to do so. That's what you should understand. That this man at any point in time has the power to murder you. How many movies you seen of drug kingpins where the man who is inside of the gang, he's a part of the drug kingpin who feels like he has the slightest feeling that the man above him might just kill him in the meeting tonight. And so what does he do? He devises a plan to get him off the throne so that he can take control. Why? So that he doesn't have to walk on eggshells anymore. So that he could be the man in charge. Well, black people, you have to walk on eggshells around our oppressor in America. Because at any given point in time, he can pull you over and he can murder you. And all he has to say is, I was scared for my life. That's all he has to say. It's been 400 years in America, and you are still ignorant to the fact that the judicial system does not work the way you think it does. It does not work the way you think it does. You better learn some history, man. You better learn how lawyers came about and Socrates and things like that. When lawyers first came about on the scene, the public hated lawyers. You know why? Because bona fide criminals were getting off. And lawyers had the gift of gab that it was impossible to stop a lawyer. Everyone seen him shoot the man. But a lawyer will say, are you sure of what you've seen? Have you ever seen something in the middle of the night that wasn't there? Well, yeah, I mean, everybody has. I thought I've seen ghosts in my room. Well, how do you know that your eyes didn't fail you? And then now he goes on scot-free. People hated lawyers in the beginning to the point where they would attack them, try to kill them. Now being a lawyer, of course, is astonishment. Now, of course, it's a success. But back when lawyers, do your research, when lawyers first started, people hated being a lawyer. It was almost like being a publican. It was like, oh my God, you a lawyer? You getting these people who do commit crimes off. You're terrible. America's judicial system does not give a damn about the truth. It gives a damn about what you can prove. And America has the proof that a cop has a license to kill, and all he needs is a reason. And what is that reason? He was fearing his life. How can you disprove that? How can you disprove that a man was in fear of his life? How is it possible? I can say I'm in fear of my life right now. That Thabawan has a gun on him, and I think he's about to kill me. I don't know. And so I kill her. I can say I'm in fear of my life. The only difference is I don't have a license to kill. So a cop can say that. He has the authority to do that. He can say, man, I seen something bulging out of his side pocket in his hoodie. I thought it was a gun. And he reached in there quickly enough that I shot him before he could shoot me, so that I could continue to police this great place we call America. You should walk on eggshells in this place, man. You should be very careful at who you align your allegiance with. Because at any given point in time, the crime boss of America, who is criminals, can turn their hatred upon you, like they did Colin Kaepernick. You understand? They could turn their hatred upon you like they do any traitor against their organization, against their country. And that is not a country I can align myself with, man. You understand? Keep going, Baba Gasol, or read it again.
So like, oh, my bad. On the screen. This is the book of Micah, chapter 2, and verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity.
The Bible say, woe unto them, man. Destruction unto them. You worried about a World War III, and the Lord is bringing it to them.
That's right.
Understand? Keep going.
Come and work evil upon their beds.
And work evil upon their beds, man. They go to sleep to figure out how they're going to destroy you even more. They go to sleep justifying their actions, man. They dream about how they could destroy black people, man. They dream about it. And it may seem far-fetched now because they ain't waking up and hanging people. It's not publicized that white people hates black people, man. You don't see it as much as you seen it before the civil rights movement, before the abolishment of slavery. You understand? Or what we known as slavery. Of course, slavery was never abolished. It's still slaves today here in America right now. You understand? But you don't see it. And so you can't grasp the idea that this still exists, that white people go to bed thinking about how they are going to oppress us.
That's right.
Yet they do it all the time. They do it all the time with their media outlets. You understand? With their laws, with their policies. You read somewhere that black people on a high percentage get approved for less loans than white people, right? Well, how else are you going to get rich? How else are you going to buy that building and open up that Airbnb if you don't get a loan? You are the children of slaves. What money do you have?
Damn right.
What property do you own? What land do you have? You understand? How you going to make the money? Of course, but Oppressor, who is children of the kings of this earth, he can walk in there, he get a $10,000 loan. Easy.
That's easy money.
Easy. That's nothing. That's nothing.
Shalaki. If I may, the only time a black man is getting anything close to that kind of loan is only for student loans, maybe a car loan. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he is not getting that loan to open a business, open a fruit stand, you know what I mean? To lock down an Airbnb, none of that.
And the only reason you get student loans like that is because they know you're gonna go make white people rich. Right. That's it. They know that with a student loan, like if you ever thought about it like this, right? How come I can't get my $30,000 student loan cash? I'm gonna use it for school. Like when I go to get a loan, like if put it like this, right? I need $5,000. I need to get my transmission fixed on my car. I can't get $5,000. I don't got $5,000, so I need a loan. I'm gonna pay it back. So I go to the bank and I say, hey, man, you know, I need $5,000 for my car. It's for a car, man. I need to get the transmission fixed. They give you cash. They put it in your direct deposit or check. Here's your $5,000 loan, sir. And of course, you can do what? You can go and smoke that loan up. You can go and do whatever you want to do with it. Why can't I say, hey, you know, school costs about $30,000 per year. I don't got $30,000. I need a loan. I need a loan for school. Write me a $30,000 check. Why can't you do that? You understand? Because they know if you did that, you definitely ain't going to take that $30,000 and go to school.
Right.
You're going to buy all the Jordans in the world and all the jewelry in the world and no sweat. But the point is this. For one, why is it they damn business?
That's right.
You got to pay it back anyway. You got to pay a student loan back from a personal loan or a car loan back, all the same. You have to pay it back.
That's right.
So what the hell difference does it make? The only difference is that if they started looking at loans like that and giving out cash, then they know that is going to take money away from these colleges and universities that white people set up.
That's right.
That's the only reason. It's for the financial security of public colleges and universities and private colleges, universities, and things like that, man. That's how the devil advises iniquity on his bed, man. He thought about how can we make sure that we can get black people to spend money on something we tell them that they should and have to do to be successful in America. We're going to push for them to make it to college and graduate college, but how can we make these people go to college when they are the children of slaves? How is it possible? They're poor. I know what we could do. We can charge them. And we can directly give it to the college, and we could charge them a buku sum of money and make them go to college and still make them pay for it. Our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
You understand? And that's what we have to, and that's what we got to start realizing, man. And we got to start understanding that we cannot trust him, man. You can't trust a thing that he says. Oh, a white man can come up to me and say, you know Christ is black, right? And I have to still be like, hold off on that. Hold on. Let me go and do my research. Because he is such a liar. He is such a liar that he could tell me my last name is what it is, and I still have to go back and double check. Are you sure that this is my last name? Because some white man told me that my last name was this, and I knew I've been saying it my whole life. But you understand, he's such a liar that I don't know. I'm just not sure anymore. You're going to have to confirm that. You understand? And that if we had that spirit as blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians to take our trust away from our oppressor, then their nation would crumble, man. A lot of us believe that the only way that our oppressor crumbles is through warfare and through violence and us getting guns and marching in the street, where we see firsthand that if a nation needs to crumble, that carnality isn't always the first thing that takes the lead. What does America want Russia to do? They want them to crumble. But how they attacking Russia? They ain't go to Russia and drop bombs.
Right.
They ain't put troops in Russia and start killing Russians. No, they shut down their banks. They said, we ain't gonna do business with you no more.
Ooh-wee.
Now, what if blacks in America did the same thing? What if black people in America said, we ain't gonna do business with you no more. We ain't gonna buy your Christmas trees no more. We ain't gonna buy your lights and your Jolly Go Rangers and Jolly Jingle Bells and the songs that you sing. It's fucking terrible. And the fruit cake. I ain't never had fruit cake. I'm glad I ain't. You tried fruit cake before? It's like it. I remember that show. I think it was like 7 Days of Christmas. What's that Adam Sandler show? Like 7 Days of Christmas or something like that. And they made the fruit cake that seem so terrible. I'm glad I never got to try it. But we ain't gonna buy that no more. We ain't gonna buy your drugs no more. We ain't gonna buy nothing from you no more, man. America's nation would crumble. It would crumble within weeks. You understand? It would crumble. But of course, we don't understand that because we think that is racist. We believe that separating ourselves from a monster is racism, man. Right. When in every scary movie I done seen, every scary movie, every paranormal activity movie you done seen, you always see the person running away from the monster. Never to him. Jason running after you, and you turn around and say, why don't we just try love? The hell is wrong with you? Right. Freddy Krueger in your dreams, and you like, let me go back to sleep, man, and see if I could change his heart. You're a goddamn fool, man. Right. You run away from the threat, not towards it. You should run away from America, man, and separate yourself from them, because all they want to do is keep you on the bottom, because that's the only way they stay on top of something. Who the hell America gonna be on top of if you ain't on the bottom? It's stupid for you to believe that, oh, now somehow we equal. Equal to what? Equal to what? And even if you want equality, how, you idiot? Idiot. What the hell you want equality for? I don't want to be equal. I don't want to be equal to no damn oppressor, man. He ain't better than me. His women ain't better than my women. He don't do things better than I do things. What the hell do I want to be equal to him for? He should be beneath me. You understand? He should be washing my dishes. He should be scared when I roll up on him like the big bad wolf. That's what we should want, man. To have glory come to the name of Yasha Allah, man. The children of the power, man. The princes of the power, man. That's what we should want. Not to be equal to some man who ain't contributed nothing to this nation but goddamn bagpipes. The hell we gonna surrender our glory unto him for what? For what? You got to be a goddamn fool, man, to think that's all we can live up to is just being equal to a man who is nothing. Salakia, read one more time.
Salakia, this is the book of Micah, chapter 2, and verse 1. God. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it.
And them days come, they go out and they do it. I remember I watched a documentary, or it was a study on white police officers or police officers in general, and how they accolade themselves for murdering people, for how many killings they have, for how many shootouts they've been in. They accolade themselves for something that is so terrible, man. But yet they say that black people are savages for mentioning how many bodies they got. Black people are savages for saying that they murder people in the streets. But President White man, the people who were sworn in to serve and protect us, they're not savages about how many people they kill. They get accolades. They laugh about it. You understand? There was a video of a brother who was arrested for whatever he had done, and they had it all on video of him being inside of the interrogation room for hours, and he's screaming that his handcuffs is way too tight. And his face is all bloodied up, and he beat up, and he's swollen up because he was resisting arrest from the officers, and they, of course, beat him to a pulp. And he's sitting in that room, and outside of the room is like 6 cops coming in and taking pictures of him and laughing and standing by the door and talking about him like he is a piece of garbage, man. Like he's an animal, man. But these supposed to be the people that serve and protect us, man. You understand? And that's what we put our trust into, man. Our oppressor is the devil, man. And you got some nerve to say that racism doesn't work. How you gonna tell me that racism doesn't work? When we looking at a nation that rules the whole earth, when all they've ever been was racist to the Native American Indians, blacks, and Hispanics, man. How you gonna tell me that racism doesn't work? Racism worked when they came and took this land. It worked. Racism worked when they took you into slavery. It worked then. Racism works against the Mexicans. It puts America in a place of power, and it works for them. So how you gonna tell me that racism is bad? If racism is bad, then I'm the big bad wolf, but I want to be the president. I want to be the Congress. I want to be the House representative, the Speaker of the House. I want to have the government and the Army and the Marines and the Air Force. I'll be the big bad wolf if racism is so bad, but my people won't die by the hands of some devilish cop, man. If racism is so bad, I'll be racist, but my children will live. They'll go to Ivy League schools and set up private foundations to send little Timmy Turner to Harvard. My children will have the best education and the best chance to expand their mind. Not for the reasons we went to school. Not for the reasons we go and get our master's degree. Not because the hood is so bad and your parents told you that you had to get out the hood so you had to go to school. No, my racism won't be so that my children can go to school to escape poverty. No. You know what my children gonna go to school for, Tabawan? They gonna go to school so they can just explore the stars. I mean, goddamn. They ain't gonna be worried about poverty. because I'm a racist, but racism got my family good. My people are good in this racism. Nah, they gonna go and build spaceships. They gonna go underneath the ocean and just be the best marine aquatics professor ever, and just go underneath there. Just go there. Just got so much time and so little stress on their life that they ain't worried about poverty of their people and their people getting shot by police. They just living good. And everybody else is calling us racist. Hey, but my sons are gonna be out there in that ocean though. They're gonna be looking for the Loch Ness monster for 100 years. To never find them. I'm like, oh man, son, I'm so glad what you're doing. You're making me so proud looking for that mythical creature that's not real. It's making me so proud out there in the mountains looking for them dragon bones. I'm so happy. Because you don't got to fight for black people no more. You don't got to march and protest. You understand? You can just live your life, and you make me so proud to do such stuff that makes no point in nothing. And I can be a happy father in that day. I'd just be so happy that my son is just out there creating a sport. I'm gonna just create a sport just to give entertainment to our people, pops. Most High in Christ. But you're gonna tell me racism is bad. If racism is bad, then hey, don't live that life. I'll live it. I'll live it all for you. You understand? But our oppressor's the devil. If we could keep going.
Salakia.
Brother digging up dinosaur bones.
Come.
all the racism in the world and death in the world, and they looking for the things that's already dead.
Right. That's right.
Y'all better go dig up Emmett Till's murderer's bones. That's what y'all better go find.
Come. When the morning is light, they practice it.
And Salakia, if I could, for my language, I'll tell you, that's going to be one of my first orders. Go and find that woman and them two white men and dig up their bones, if it's still there, and put it in a museum and label it this bitch.
Right.
Label that.
Right.
You understand? So people can come in there and say, these are the bones of this bitch. And underneath it in small print, this bitch lied on one of our brothers and got this 14-year-old boy mutilated and killed and terrorized and murdered and sunk to the bottom of a goddamn lake. And that's all she's ever was good for, is being this. No sweat. All right, keep going.
When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand.
Because they got the power to do so. Y'all better stop going into these council hall meetings and looking for an answer as to why police brutality is among us. Y'all better stop wondering why we get poor education. While our transportation is bad. Y'all better stop acting like you trying to find an answer. The answer is here. Read that last part again.
Because, Slakia, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand.
That's it, man. That's the answer. Why is the oppressor the devil? Because he got the power to do so. He got the power to oppress your people. You understand? And so what else is he gonna do? He gonna oppress your people. Y'all think that the white man looks at us like how y'all look at y'all pit bulls. Like y'all love y'all dogs. Y'all think that the oppressor looks at us like even though we beneath him, he still got some kind of love for us as long as we stay loyal. Y'all believe, y'all act, we understand, like that's a sad thing to say, but it's the truth. Blacks and Hispanics in America, we act just like pit bulls. We believe the more love that we give to our oppressors, the better we'll be treated, and we're comfortable with that. We believe if our oppressor, you understand, and Pops us one time that we got to tighten up, that we got to, go to school and get better grades, or we got to march a little bit, or we got to do something that makes him feel like we're worthy to be in his presence. You understand? And that ain't the reason. The reason is that the reason why he kills us is because he has the power to do so. Simple. Done. You understand? Is there any more?
Slakia, La.
All right, drop that. Give me 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. Without Commander General Yohana and the ISUPK, man, there would be no hope for black people, man. There would be no hope. We wouldn't know what to do. We'd still be in a Christian church, man, or following after some African religion or some Middle Eastern religion, man, giving our love to everybody except blacks, except for the people who need it. You understand? When you worship Christianity, you give your love to white people.
That's right.
When you worship Islam, you give your love to the Middle Easterns. When you worship Pan-Africanism or whatever, you give your love to Africans. But you never giving your love to the people who needs it, man. You understand?
God. This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2 and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first.
Except there come a falling away first, man. What is the falling away that has to come? What has to happen?
Salakia.
Khan.
His kingdom has to fall.
America has to go to war. That's right. You understand? It has to happen, Khan. America has to go to war, man. And it has to be a falling away, which is why these things that's happening, that ain't no problem for us. We know that it's going to happen, and we waving it on. You understand? Push the button. Hurry up. You understand? Get it over with. So Christ can come back, man, and free us, man. So Christ can come back and rid us of this oppression that we've been having, man. The hell I'm gonna be worried about the White House getting exploded for? What the hell does that got to do with me? What, like, seriously? Oh man, they just bombed the White House. This nuke landed on the top of it. Oh damn, that's some crazy ass aim, but that goddamn. What does that change in my life? Nothing. It doesn't change anything. And of course, some Christians will say, "Oh, all the laws and all of the money that goes out and this, that, and the third." Yeah, you understand? Stop being stupid. That doesn't change anything. Keep going, Baba Kashab, you could.
Salakia, the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2 and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
And who is the man of sin? Who is the man of sin? Who is the man of sin that the Bible is talking about in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3?
Salakia, the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's an answer?
Con.
Somebody said that online?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, con. You understand? But who in particular?
The oppressor.
The white man is a man of sin, man.
That's right.
Esau is the man of sin, man. You understand? So read that last part again.
Salakia.
From for that day.
Con. For that day, Salakia, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
The son of perdition, man. You understand what that means? You understand what that means? Keep going.
Con. Salakia. Book of Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God.
You understand? The oppressor believes that he could change genders, even though God said that there was man and woman. The oppressor believes that he could change time, even though the Lord said that there was day and night. The oppressor believes that he can change holidays, even though the Bible lists the high holy days that we are supposed to follow. You understand? He's decided, man, to go against the Most High, man, and to make himself to be a god and to fight against the true power, man, Yahweh in the Hebrew. Keep going.
Come. Or that is worshipped,
Mm-hmm.
so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God.
Meaning, like I just said, you understand? He, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, man. You understand? That's why they got Abraham Lincoln up there in Washington, sitting on that like he's a god, man, sitting on that throne like he's a god, man, looking over the city.
Right.
You understand? That's why they put themselves in them positions, man, where if this nation really gave a damn about God, man, and they wouldn't be making them massive monuments unto themselves, man. They wouldn't be doing it. You would see monuments in Mount Rushmore about God. If they gave a damn about God, whatever depiction they even want to give, you would think that they would put God up there somewhere, Christ up there somewhere.
Right.
But they don't do that. Nah, they put their faces up there because they're the ones who is overseeing this country. They're the ones who's ruling this place. You understand? Keep going.
Right. Come. Oh, that's in verse 4. Keep going, verse 5.
You can stop there. Go to Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 12.
Come.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?
Meaning what? What does this mean? Who is Lucifer? Who is Lucifer? And this was like that. And Lucifer, who has fallen down from heaven. What does that mean?
So like in this particular verse, contextually, would it be talking about I think it's like twofold, but I'll just say it's talking about the oppressor.
Right. You understand? Lucifer is the white man. He is the devil that the Bible speaks of. This is who this is talking about. You understand? He has fallen down from heaven, meaning what? How has he fallen down from heaven? Is this literal? Does this mean that he fell from the sky? You understand? Which is where Christians believe that this is talking about what? The fallen what? The fallen angel. They believe that the angel that fell, who they always make him to be black. Like his wings got to turn from white. Like if the angels in heaven was white, and their skin was white, and their wings is white. Why is it that because he fell down that his just turned black?
Right.
No sweat. But they believe that this is the fallen angel. That's not what this is talking about. You understand? This is talking about the oppressor, man. This is talking about the oppressor and how he was in rulership, but then he lost his what you call it. What's the word? Can't think of the word right now, but he lost his rulership, man. The way he enforced his rules, his laws, and what he did over the other nations, man. And he lost it. He fell from heaven. Keep going.
Come. O Lucifer, son of the morning. How art thou cut down to the ground?
It said, how art thou cut down to the ground, man? Meaning what? How are you such in a low state, man?
That's right.
How are you so small now? You understand? When you was this great man, you was great. You was high in the heavens, man, and everyone looked up to you and said, oh, man, that's the man. But now you so low. You're in the bottom, man. You slithering like a snake on the ground, man, like a serpent. How did you get here? Keep going.
Come. Which didst weaken the nations.
Which did what?
Didst weaken the nations.
You weakened the nations, man. You brought warfare on every nation's doorstep. You understand? You made the ground to tremble when you came through. You brought hellfire and rain from the sky. You understand? How are you so low when you weakened the nations? Keep going.
God. Verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
For thou hast said in thine heart,
Uh-huh.
I will ascend into heaven.
For thou hast said in thine heart, man. Meaning what? Meaning Esau always says what? That he gonna go into heaven, man.
Right.
That he gonna go into them stars, man, and he gonna go and mess with them UFOs. And he gonna set up his space force, his space fleet up there in heaven, man. And he gonna go and fight against God for the throne, man, so that he can be a God. You understand? This is what he's always said. And now we looking at him and we say, oh, whoa, oh, Trump,
Right.
how are you down here? You understand? Imagine let me see if I correlate this with this movie. You know the movie Trading Places?
God.
You remember the two white homeless men who what's that trading? No.
Well, you talking about
It's
they were
coming
they
to
were,
America.
Yeah, come to America. They
Yeah.
were homeless, but in Trading Places
they were
rich. They were the Dukes.
Yeah. Think of like
Mortimer and
that. Yeah.
I forgot the other one.
Think about it like that.
Randolph.
Yep. That's it. Think about it like that, man. You see these two rich billionaires and they homeless down here with you.
Right.
Imagine if they was talking to another homeless dude who recognized them. They like, oh, wait a second.
Right.
What the hell?
Right.
This gotta be a joke. Fake punks. Where you at? Cameras. What the hell are you doing down here with me? You understand? Imagine that. This is how we gonna look at the oppressor, man. Because he did weaken the nations, man. He weakening Russia right now. He making them very weak. You understand? He want to weaken a nation. He can do it. Keep going.
Come on. But thou hast said in thine heart,
Uh-huh.
I will ascend into heaven.
Mm-hmm.
I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High.
Uh-huh.
I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation.
He said, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation. What congregation is he talking about? What congregation is he talking about? What is the mount of the congregation? I want to take a shot.
Shalak, I mean, this is just like a metaphor. You know what I'm saying? The mount being like a mountain means high or on top of something. So the mount of the congregation is the group of people. So does it just mean I will sit upon the mount of the congregation? I'll be above everybody.
The mount of congregation is where the Lord is going to meet us. Is going to meet the children of Israel. And our oppressor is saying that he is going to sit on the mount of that congregation.
Mm.
When the Lord is looking, when in the book of Revelation, when the Lord is overseeing the men who followed, you understand, after him and decided to follow the truth, you understand, our oppressor is saying in his heart that he's going to oversee that. He is going to sit upon the mount of the congregation in which we are the congregation and the Lord is looking on us, man. You understand? Meaning, just saying that, like what Dabawan was saying, is that he is going to be so high that he is going to be a greater than the greatest historical event that is prophesied in the Bible.
Right.
He's above that.
Right.
Christ coming back and bringing Third World War and freeing the children of Israel is the greatest historic event that the world would ever know. And our oppressor is saying that he will sit on the mount of that congregation.
Right.
You understand? Keep going.
Come in the sides of the north.
Meaning where? That the mount of the congregation is going to be where?
North America.
Yeah, it's going to happen right here. You understand? He's saying we're going to be on top of that. Keep going.
Come. Verse 14.
Uh-huh.
I will ascend above the heights of the clouds.
He gonna send them spaceships above the heights of the clouds. Keep going.
I will be like the Most High.
He said, I will be like the Most High, man. He gonna be like the Most High. This oppressor wants to replace him, man. He wants to be God. And this is who you assign. This is who you pledging your allegiance to. Keep going.
Come. Verse 15. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell.
Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, man. You understand? Christ is going to kill the oppressor for the crimes he's committed, man. And that Lucifer will be brought down, man, to the pits of hell, man, where we live through thermonuclear warfare, man.
That's right.
And World War III that the Bible prophesies, man. It's going to happen, man. Even though the pride of his heart, man, is so high, man, that he believes that he is going to continuously oppress this people, God's chosen people, without any consequences, man. The Lord said he's going to be brought down to the pit of hell. Keep going.
To the sides of the pit. Verse 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
We're going to look at him on that mountain, on that congregation after he has fallen. And we're going to look at him and say, man, is this the man that we were so worried about? This him, this dude right here. You understand? Look at him. Look at him. We're going to make him dance like a jive turkey. Go ahead and make him dance. We're going to look at him and say, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, man? You understand? Keep going.
Come. That did shake kingdoms?
That shook kingdoms, man. Who pushed the button, man, and made thousands of people's lives just disappear. Bodies just melt away, man, at the click of a button. Is this that man? Keep going.
Come. The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, and verse 17. That made the world as a wilderness. Lucky this computer just bugged out. What the heck is this? Salaki, sir. Come. Verse 17. That made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof. That opened not the house of his prisoners.
That made the world as a wilderness, man. Meaning he made this place lawless. You could do whatever you want. You understand? And destroyed the cities thereof. That opened not the house of his prisoners, man. Who are the prisoners of this man? And we're going to end on this. Who are the prisoners of this man?
Salaki, the Lord's chosen people, blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, the true Israelites, according to the Bible.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are the prisoners of this land, man. And no matter how much you pray, no matter how much you hate racism, no matter how much you want to stay far away from these classes, man, and put your love into Russia and Ukraine and America and hold hands and kiss on the man who was murdering us, the Bible just said, man, you understand? The Bible just said that open not the house of his prisoners, man. He will never let you into America.
That's right.
He will never let you into his congregation, into his fold, man. You understand? And we should never let him into ours, man. You understand? Because the oppressor The oppressor doesn't want to be included into our mountain of congregation. He wants to be on top of it. And I give a damn if he wants to be on top of our congregation, man. Because we ain't fighting for equality. We fighting for rulership over that man. You understand?
That's right.
And with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer Thabawan.
ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commandant General Yohana Salaki. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or a sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, you can find this in Numbers 18 and 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means tenth in Hebrew and is pronounced by Ishara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, you give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation, of course, will be the 53rd annual Passover. It's going down April 15th, Cocoa Beach, Florida. You got less than a month. You got about what? Something like 20, how many? 3 weeks. You got 3 weeks. Today's what, the 22nd? I'm just saying, yes. You got a little about around 4 weeks. You got like 26 days or so. Get everything in order. I suggest you do that. Order all of your them studs you got to put on that garment. Whatever you got to do, order that now. Get it done. You know what I'm saying? And also you want to prepare for the feast because, of course, after that we have the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So you want to make sure to take all the leavening, you know what I'm saying, agents out of your house, all the bread and all the leavening agents out of your house prior to traveling to Florida. So that way you're not coming back home to a bunch of bread and leaven in your house. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on with that. I want to remind Akimanak Wathan to check on social media. It is isupk.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he needs to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. And with that, Imadium, which means to stand, due to being over the time, we're just going to go ahead and salute